What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Wake Up and Ball with your host, Richie Malura and Tony Dow. Man, oh man, we got a lot to talk about. I'm excited about the show this morning. Get up. What's up, Richie? You okay?
Yeah, man, get up and ball with the boys. Hey, welcome everybody on in to another edition of Wake Up and Ball, brought to you by BetUS, the #1 online sportsbook. We're going to get into a lot today, okay? We're going to get into what happened in the NFL this past week. We also have another game tonight. We're going to have some special guests on within our own network to preview the game tonight between the Cowboys and the Houston Texans. We have some NBA talk. We got a lot of things to get into, Tony, and I'm really excited to get into it with you, brother.
I'm excited as well, man. Richie, you're not rocking the headset today? I can hear my echo, man. You all right?
Oh, no headset. Thanks for calling me out.
No, you're good. You're good, man.
I'm still a little delirious off of my Jets, you know what I mean? But that's another discussion for another day.
Why are you delirious off the Jets, bro? Come on, man. You should have expected this to happen.
I expected it, but it doesn't stop me from being delirious.
Oh, my God.
I expected to be disappointed, but it still doesn't make the disappointment that feel any different.
Listen, you shouldn't be any more disappointed than a Cowboy fan right now. You know, I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, y'all should be used to it. See, y'all thought the Dolphins was in the same realm as the Jets and the Cowboys, but we not. We totally different.
Pretty much the same. I don't see a difference.
Oh, man, listen, y'all, we got an exciting show worked up for you guys this morning. We're going to have two special guests coming through in about 5 to 10 minutes. We can't wait to hear from them because we got a big showdown tonight, a lot of interesting things, a lot of good questions that I have about that. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, this stream is being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, up to $2,000 using code YouTube150. All right, supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you're looking for a sports book, BetUS is where you want to be. All right, Richie, man, what we got on the slate first this morning, man?
Well, let's look at the BetUS odds real quick.
Ooh,
before we go deeper into the game. The rest of the segments, man. We're going to get into the Texans and the Cowboys game later. But boy, oh boy, the spread is interesting. We got the Cowboys at home +7, right? That's an interesting spread. But I'm sure there's a lot of other bets that you guys can take advantage of. So definitely go check out the #1 online sportsbook, which is always BetUS, the proud sportsbook sponsor of Roundtable Sports all season long. So we got to give another big shout out to them because they are doing their thing. All right, TD. So what do you want to get into first? Because we got a full slate of topics that we want to get into.
Well, I think it's only right that we finish, that we start off with the game that finished last night. When you really look at what went down, just a quick brief, I wanted to touch on what we saw with the Bengals and the Chargers, all right? Sunday Night Football recap. Harbaugh extends Chargers winning streak to 4 games. Richie, is it time to give the Chargers the respect that they may or may not deserve? What do you think about this, man? Because I got a lot to say.
Oh, absolutely. This is the game that really sold me on the Chargers. I was already kind of on them, thinking that they have a chance here to do something special. They could be a force, not only for the rest of the season, but in the playoffs. And this was a game that proved that. They started off the game red hot. The Bengals got going in the second half, but then at the end of the day, the Chargers were still the one that were able to get on top. Shout out to Lad McConkey. The rookie's really coming out there and breaking out over there, getting comfortable with Justin Herbert and company. So they're serious, man. 4 games in a row. That's a team that I think that it could be a team that I don't want to get ahead of myself, but could make a run in the playoffs. You know, there's always that wild card team that no one sees coming that can go into another team's environment and run the football, play defense. Their style of football, TD, can translate into hostile environments away football because the way Harbaugh plays, it doesn't matter about if potential rain, snow, weather. As long as they stay to the roots of running the football and playing hard-nosed and protecting the ball, winning the turnover margin, and playing defense, I'm serious. They can beat anybody, no matter who it is.
Well, listen, last night was a different kind of game, in my opinion, you know, with the Chargers. Like you said,
yeah, and it showed that they can do other things too. They're not just narrowed into that, which makes them even more dangerous.
Exactly. I expected them to come out and basically just run the football all game and take opportunities. But Harbaugh did something that he usually doesn't do. He unleashed Justin Herbert in the first half. He literally unleashed them in the first half. And I don't know. I don't think you caught the game because I know you were doing some things, but man, Herbert was surgical in the first half. I mean, 20-yard dimes back to back to back to back to back, just absolutely shredding the team down the field. Then the second half comes and the Chargers become the Chargers of old, get a little conservative. Then they want to give it to Herbert when they realize this isn't the game for that. Then they let the Bengals come back. But the only difference between the Chargers of the past and the Chargers of the present, they found a way to win the game late at the end, man. And Joe Burrow, and I don't feel bad for Joe Burrow. Like I do, but I don't. It's like he's playing phenomenal football technically, but like it's weird. He is, but he's not. But he's not really to blame. But the Bengals are having a rough go at it. T. Higgins came back. They were absolutely electric.
That was something.
At 356, 3 touchdowns and no picks. 356, Richie, with 3.
He's the best quarterback in the league that has a losing record.
Well, hold on now.
The best.
You might want to be careful there, all right?
Raiders.
We're going to talk about one of them. Okay.
Raiders.
No. All right, I'll give you
I'm just saying your words.
But another element with the Chargers was what I also came to realize is that the Bengals, for the most part, they tried to contain the run, but Herbert added 5 carries for 65 yards and absolutely just took control of that game, man. I just think that the Chargers are a real team to contend with, but I still don't feel like they can beat a team like Pittsburgh or the Ravens. And I'm not going to say they can't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs after what we saw yesterday.
I mean, you look at their record, man. They're a division-winning team if they weren't in the AFC West. They're 7-3.
This is true.
They're competing. They're not competing for this. They're competing for the 5th seed right now, by the way.
Yeah.
With the Ravens losing, I'm pretty sure they are the 5th seed right now. Are the Ravens 7-4?
I'm looking at the standings now.
I got to see the playoff picture because I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, the Ravens have fell to the 6th seed. Yeah, they have. So the Ravens are the 6th seed, the Chargers are the 5th, and then we got to talk about the Broncos eventually because how about them right now? They're rolling. So there's a lot of interesting things to get into, and I think that what we're seeing right now is an interesting little recap of Sunday Night Football. But folks, we're live on Roundtable Sports. If you guys are just tuning in, do us a favor, smash the like button. We're live every single Monday through Friday, a brand new show here on the Roundtable Sports Network covering all sports. We're going to have special guests lined up throughout the week. We have special guests lined up that we're about to bring in just a few moments to preview tonight's game. And we're really excited about Wake Up and Ball. It'll be awesome if you guys can show us some love by liking the show, sharing it. Make this part of your morning routine. Grab your coffee, eat some breakfast, on your way to work, whatever the case may be. Wake Up and Ball with TD and I as we're excited to launch this brand new show. This is a little taste, a little tease of what Roundtable Sports is trying to build here on the network. And we're really, really excited about that. All right, so who we will have coming up is our Dallas Cowboys creator and our Houston Texans creator to preview tonight's game. All right, so this is going to be a fun one. Now, tonight's game is interesting, right? We're going to get into it because the Cowboys are definitely not where they want to be right now. But the Texans, on the other hand, they're trying to win their division, which seems like they're going to. I know the Colts won, but give me a break. They're no threat to the Houston Texans. Okay, so I'm really curious to hear from Ruben and J-Tuck in just a few moments. We're just waiting for Ruben to get backstage, and we're going to bring them both in to preview that one. But let's just get this out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way because the Jets lose again. Now, listen, man, I think that what the Jets did in this game was just, it made me sick even more, just from the standpoint that we can't figure out a way to win football games at all, okay? We have a lead finally, and our offense starts to click. The defense does. Like, we don't have any phase of the ball that can, help each other, if that makes any sense, right? The game started off where the defense was playing really good, and the offense, it took them 5 possessions to get a first down. Okay, so right away you're just like, okay, this game is absolutely trash. And then it's 7-0. The Jets get a touchdown heading into to halftime. To Hyde start to turn. Breece Hall gets going. All right. Oh, we got an 8-point lead. Okay, let's just D up. Let's just D up, baby. We got a defense. We got boys. Quinnen Williams is having a dynamic game, right? Nope. We allow Anthony Richardson march down the field. Okay, down by 8, score a touchdown. They go for 2. We stop them. Now we're up by 2 points. All right, offense. Late in the fourth quarter, if we go down the football field, TD, and score a touchdown, it's a wrap. We don't do that. We go down the field, kick 3 points. Instead of going for it on 4th and 2, which the Buffalo Bills did, by the way. The Jets should have done the same thing and got a touchdown that would have won the game. Instead, they kick 3 points. And the last time the Jets, TD, were up by 5 points late in the fourth quarter, and they just needed to stop the other team to march down the field and score a touchdown. You remember who that was? The Patriots. The last time the Jets, we allowed Jacoby Brissett march 70 yards down the field and win the game in the end. And now we had to do the same thing as a defense. Stop Anthony Richardson to go down the field and score a touchdown, and we couldn't do that. And we allowed Anthony Richardson to have a career game, the best game of his life against us, and they were the team that ended up winning. Frustrating, right? The Jets' official dagger in the hearts of our season. The dagger already felt like it was there before that game, but it just really is insane. Like, I just wanted a win, TD, to go into the bye week, not because I think there's a chance of a playoff run or something magical, just to feel good in the bye, just to be like, at least we could beat the Colts. But nope, that's the end of the day. And now Jets fans are questioning everything about this future of this franchise with the quarterback position, the coaches, and it's a big, big negative storm within the Jets world.
I mean, and they should. The fan base should be questioning. It's 2 teams to me that are very similar in the situation, the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. You have such immense talent on the roster, but yet you're failing your fan bases. And it's a shame, to be quite honest with you. It is a straight up shame. And I'm going to be honest with you, Richie. I wanted to pick on the Jets so bad yesterday. I was going to go live, and then something in my heart started, bleeding tears of, I feel bad for these guys. I actually feel bad for Jets fans, Cowboys fans, Jaguar fans, teams like that whose hopes were at an all-time high, but now look at them. It's just depressing. It's like the saddest thing that you could imagine, Richie.
But why are you saying like you're not living through it yourself with your team? That's what I'm
see. We winners. We winners. We on the street. We on the streak. See, that's your problem. Winners. You can't recognize the streak. You recognize the streak, but you don't want to acknowledge the ones that's going up and the ones that's going down.
Listen.
We're on the one that's going up.
I understand everything you're saying is saying on purpose to set me up.
I'm not setting it.
Yes, you are. I mean, you're Miami Dolphins fans in the chat. Dolphins fans in the chat. You let me know right now. Are you disappointed in this season? Did you have high expectations and the Dolphins have completely fell? Or are you going to be drunk off of these last few wins and think that we're back?
You use words like completely fail. No, y'all completely fail.
Yeah, of course we did. But you
completely failed. The Cowboys completely failed. The Dolphins haven't completely failed. We're good. We're on our way.
Good. You guys are good. All right. Dolphins are good, guys. Dolphins are good. But yeah, that's really it. We don't need to talk about the Jets much.
See,
they don't deserve airtime.
You deflect.
No, the Jets don't deserve airtime. That's
No. I got something to say real quick about the Jets. Listen, y'all screwed for the future, bro. You're so screwed for the future. Aaron Rodgers coming out. Yeah, I plan on playing another year. Y'all so screwed. Like, y'all better
this defense, right now. The reality is that this is. Let me just say this about the Jets, and then we can move on. The identity of this team and the reason why we were built up to win this season, the reason why there was so much expectations around the Jets, not just from Jets fans, but the NFL media, was why. What was the identity of this team, TD, going into the season?
The defense, but
yes,
Aaron Rodgers.
The defense.
Yeah.
No.
And that's the shame of yesterday.
It's the defense, right, with Aaron Rodgers, right? This defense, and listen, throw Aaron Rodgers away. We're going to talk about that later on. He's a completely different conversation. But the Jets' defense is gone. The identity is ruined. When the Jets fired Robert Saleh, right, the Jets were top 5 in defense the last 2 seasons. So we thought with the addition of Aaron Rodgers, he just needs to be middle of the road, and the offense just needs to improve throughout the season because we won 7 games 2 years in a row because of our defense. All 7 wins is because of the defense. The defense is absolutely gone. Nobody gives a crap anymore. The standard is gone. The identity that was built with Saleh is ruined. And now here we are with the washed-up Aaron Rodgers. He needs to be MVP version of himself. He's not even close to that. And that's the reality of it.
Oh, I got to clip that, Richie. Y'all made Anthony Richardson look like C.J. Stroud. Shame on y'all. Shame on y'all. Enough about y'all.
I don't know, Bo. I don't know. Anthony Richardson looked a lot better against the Jets than C.J. Stroud did, but that's another conversation.
But still.
I don't know. That's another conversation. But speaking of C.J. Stroud, we got a game tonight, a Monday night matchup that is going to be a thriller. Oh, it's going to be who's going to win this one. You might wonder who's going to win this one. Now, we got special guests lined up. Hey, I'm excited to bring in our special guest. Now, folks, this is the future. This is the vision right here where you're about to witness of Roundtable Sports in this show right here on Wake Up and Ball. We want to bring in all of our creators within the network to preview games, recap games, and bring in all of the people that's within the network. And if you guys don't know what Roundtable Sports is, we have a division debate show across the network. We got the AFC South Roundtable. Our boy Ruben is the face of the Houston Texans. We got the NFC East Roundtable. We got Jay Tuck, the face of the Dallas Cowboys. We got them backstage. We're going to bring them on in to talk about this game coming up. Let's get into business. Jay Tuck and Ruben in the house. Let's get into business.
I'm glad Ruben on the winning side.
Hey, get out of here with that, man. Jay Tuck, Ruben, welcome to the show, brothers.
What's going on, family?
What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me, man. Hey, TD, bro, I don't appreciate them Cowboys jabs. Keep.
Yeah, me either, Richie, bro. What did Will Smith say? What
did Will Smith say, man? Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Well, I didn't say nothing bad about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
hold on, Jay Tuck. I know you better than that, Jay Tuck. You a solid dude. So when did facts turn into hate now for you?
Well, I think the fact we missing some of the facts, man. We're missing some of the facts. We'll talk about that here secondly, but don't compare us to what's going on in the Jets because you actually went through a similar situation that we went through, but you don't have your starting quarterback. Things are going to look completely different for any NFL organization, man. But I'll talk to you later, man. man.
TD stirring the pot. I'm not stirring the pot, right, Ruben?
No. You definitely are. Because how dare you say IR5 is looking better than CJ Stroud?
No. All I said was against the Jets. Just against the Jets.
Like, come on, brother.
No. What I meant was Richardson looked better against the Jets. That's it.
Was talk mess about my quarterback.
That's all I said. Just against the Jets. Not in general. CJ Stroud's better.
He said IR5. I ain't never heard that. That's legit, Ruben.
Hey, man. All jokes aside, Ruben, Jay Tuck, appreciate you guys taking time out of your early morning to jump on Wake Up and Ball right here on Roundtable Sports. We're excited to get into this matchup tonight between the Texans and the Cowboys. Now, this game obviously is one-sided. You look at BetUS. I mean, the Texans are 7-point road favorites. When do you see a road team be that favorite, right? The Dallas Cowboys, let's start off with Jay Tuck, man. I mean, where's your mindset as a Cowboys fan? Because with Dak Prescott hurt and, like, the season was supposed to be something special, obviously fell on its face. Where are you going into this game? Where's your mindset? You in draft mode? You in tank mode? Are you rooting for losses so you can go into the draft? Are you a fan that's kind of, no, I want to win? Or where are you at right now tonight?
Well, honestly, what I've been preaching to my community is like, hey, you just mentioned on BetUS the Cowboys are, minus or +7 underdogs. And listen, y'all, Black Friday is around the corner. And your kids can't unwrap no FanDuel, man. So go ahead and lock in the Houston Texans. I feel like this is going to be a blowout game. I think when it comes to the Cowboys, is this season disappointing? Yes, but I understand what's really going on, right? When we're doing the NFC East roundtable shows this offseason, we didn't add enough depth to actually push towards a championship run. We kind of filled in some pieces with some younger guys. But when you have 9 players on IR, including your starting quarterback now in Dak Prescott, are pretty much our cornerback 2, if Jordan Lewis is actually going to be out today as well. You're playing with a lot of preseason unproven guys, and it's hard to beat a real contender in the Houston Texans. So me personally, I get it. I understand what's going on right now in Dallas. I'm not too concerned about it because I know next year we'll bounce right back. But for this season, it's really just for me, I'm in evaluation mode. I want to see who is not going to quit, who is going to compete, and how we're going to continue to kind of push forward next season, and who guys are going to bring back and who we're going to let go of. So I don't want to say I'm in tank mode because I don't believe in tanking. I think that sets a bad mindset in your organization. But what I've been also talking to my community about is this natural selection. I don't think we can win games even if we wanted to. So it's probably going to be bad on Monday night here in Dallas.
Man, Jay Tuck, I feel you on that, man, because when you're in a season, right, and you're just feel like the hopes of the season is dead, you just have to question what do you do? What do you do when you go into these games? You're looking into the draft, or you got some fans that are like rooting for the tank, you got other fans that are not rooting for the tank. I hate it. And to be honest, Jay Tuck, it's unfortunate what I'm used to. Every year with the Jets, the same thing. At this point of the season, we're not in the playoff race. We're thinking about the draft. And I hate it, but it's okay.
Hold on.
What?
So Jay Tuck is conceding the Texans win in this one?
Yeah, 1,000%.
See, I'm hearing excuses from Jay Tuck, man. Listen, Jay Tuck,
Bro,
the Cowboys are about to win this game. You act like the Cowboys finna win, and Jay Tuck can't even talk about why. The Cowboys finna unleash their secret weapon. Jonathan Mingo.
See them jabs, man. Well, it's hard when you went and got a Jonathan Mingo, but you have a quarterback that can only throw for 45 yards in a game. So I'm not sure the ball can even get to Jonathan Mingo.
Oh, Dak playing?
Huh? No. Okay. All right, man. Since you get Tua back, man, he start acting brand new, man. So,
my quarterback is back, man.
This guy doesn't know how to handle wins, bro. He has no idea how to handle victories against bad teams.
Feeling real nice.
But Ruben, let's get into you, my brother. 713 Houston Sports represent. You got a game tonight. You guys are like cruise control into the playoffs. I mean, you're winning your division 110%. So what's your mindset going into tonight? What's your expectations, and what do you want to see from CJ Stroud and company?
First of all, man, shout out to Jay Tuck, man. You know, it is the battle for Texas. I'm gonna give you my respect. You know, I've been hating Dallas, the city of Dallas, even before I was in my daddy's balls. You know, so this is a big game for the city of Houston. You know, me and my family, I got 98% of them Cowboys fan. So I'm the only Texans fan out here, so I'm struggling for my life. But you brought up cruising to the playoffs, man. And, sometimes cruising can be a bad thing. We still feel like this Houston Texans team has yet to put up a full 4 quarters of complimentary football. And right now the topic is around your offensive coordinator, Bobby Slowick. The Texans in the second half are only averaging 8 points. And in the past 4 games, the Texans have only scored a touchdown 0 times. So our second half offense, our second half adjustments is a huge problem. You do get back Nico Collins, so that is great. Right before he went out was a lead in terms of yardage. But there is a problem right now with the Houston Texans offense, and right now we haven't really dominated anyone besides the New England Patriots. So, to me, you need to have a dominant effort tonight to show the crowd that this is still a contender type of team. But I'm feeling very good. I wanted Dak Prescott to be out there, man. We know we play each other every 4 years. Excited for this matchup. Excited to embarrass the Cowboys in Jerry's world.
Damn. I wish this would be a more competitive game.
I do too. I wish we were both like, top seeds, in the NFL, because like we really do hate each other down here. I mean, like we hate the Cowboys, we hate the Rangers, we hate the Mavericks. Like it is an actual rivalry down here between Dallas and Houston. So, it's great every 4 years. Before we used to have the preseason yearly game, and now that's taken away. So, we always look forward to facing the Cowboys.
Well, Ruben, I got to ask you this. We know that you're going to be going up against the Cowboys. You got teams like the Titans, the Jags, and the Titans again in your schedule. And these are like favorable games for the Texans. I mean, any given Sunday. But you still got to play teams like the Chiefs, the Dolphins, and the Baltimore Ravens, right? What's your biggest concern trying to make this last playoff push, which looks good for you guys? What's your biggest concern for the team overall?
It is that offense, man. Your defense is elite, and you saw what they did on Sunday Night Football against Jared Goff. 5 interceptions, and that was without Will Anderson Jr., who was the defensive player of the month coming into this game. Your offense, like I said, they put up 0 points in the second half, and it's been that way all year. We don't know what's going on with this offense in the second half. Bobby Slowick was getting head coaching interviews in the offseason. Now we don't even want him to return. We are asking for our quarterback coach, Gerard Johnson, to take a step up. Our offensive line is horrible, TD. We mentioned that on the roundtable, highest paid O-line in the NFL, and we've already had to have 3 new starters on the interior. So it is the O-line, man, and it's, combining the fact that Bobby Slowick in the second half just doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Wow.
Well, that's interesting to hear, man, because Dallas Cowboys fans have Bobby Slowick as like #1 on their
Please
head coach.
take him, please take him away from my dream job, and this is why I've been praying on the Miami Dolphins downfall. I need Mike McDaniels calling plays for CJ next year. I need him ripping blinkers with a play calling sheet in his other hand, and it's an 80-yard touchdown. That's why I was so pissed you beat the Raiders yesterday, TD.
Well, you're gonna be real mad when we beat y'all too. But
Hell nah, hell nah. Hell nah.
Ruben, don't worry. I actually can't wait because I know what's about to happen now.
No, I know
because y'all O-line is terrible. But Jay Tuck, real question though. We know the Cowboys going through their turmoil. They got the injuries. That contract is in effect. CD's contract in effect. They got to figure out who they're gonna pay. I mean, the reality is they can pay the people. It's just it kind of handcuffs them long term. But what is the plan right now? And I'm not talking about right now as in the rest of these games for next year, but right now, is this team, do they have that tank cough in them, or are they really going out there competing just because it's the right thing to do in the NFL? Like, who is Jerry in that regards? And I know y'all not used to this position, but now that you're in it, what are the Cowboys doing? What are they going to do? Are they going to try to secure the best draft pick they can? Or they just playing football and letting the chips fall where they may?
Yeah, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are a tank organization, right? Where they're going out to lose games on purpose. Once again, I just feel like from a personnel standpoint, they just don't have the personnel to compete with the schedule that we have, right? Because we have the Texans today, then we turn around and play the Commanders. Like, I just don't feel like even if fully healthy, those were going to be tough games. So I don't think that we're a tank organization. I think it's once again it's natural selection. So we're going to go out there and compete, right? I think that they're trying to make some adjustments. Mike McCarthy announced that Rico Dowdle now in week 11 has won the RB1 spot, you know what I'm saying? So they're trying to make these changes because Mike McCarthy, he's trying to fight for his job. He's trying to fight for his career, right? So he's not going to go out easy where you see, him pulling starters and resting guys and different things like that. But I think this injury bug is just running rampant through the Dallas Cowboys organization. I mean, Deron Bland was only supposed to be out 3 weeks. He hasn't played one game this year. Same thing with Brandon Cooks. You have DeMarcus Lawrence have the setback with the foot. You lost, Micah Parsons for some games. Then you lost Jordan Lewis this week. And then you had Zach Martin battling it back. And then CeeDee Lamb this week has been battling back issues. And then you lose Dak Prescott. Like, it's a lot for any head coach or any coaching staff to kind of overcome when you're losing that many quality guys, right? When you lose some secondary guys, you can kind of manage, but right now you're losing the face of the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't think they're going to go out there and tank. They're going to go out there and compete, but the Texans are still going to go out there and cover not only by 7, but probably by 10 and probably by 14. So, like I said, go ahead and get this free money. I love my Dallas Cowboys, but the one thing I love more is free money. And I just don't see a way that they can compete with the Houston Texans, not with this roster the way it's currently constructed.
Oh, you're making me feel real good, Tug. Like, you're making me about to go to the casino, man.
Yeah,
man. Put a couple bills down.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, because, you have Trayvon Diggs and you lose Deron Bland, but then you also have Jordan Lewis, who's been playing phenomenal under Mike Zimmer. He's out. So it's like you're going to have some preseason undrafted guys playing corner. You get Nico Collins back. I think the true attraction to this game was going to be, the Stephon Diggs versus Trayvon Diggs matchup. You're not even getting that, but you're going to get Tank Dale. You're going to get Nico Collins return. Dalton Schultz is going to try to get his revenge. I just don't think the Cowboys have enough defensively to actually compete for the long haul. I think first quarter or so, you'll see the Micah Parsons spark. You'll see the DeMarvin Overshown kind of spark a little bit.
Overshown's a dog.
Yeah, he's a dog, man. But I think eventually as the game progresses, it'll just be out of hand. I know Cowboys fans, typically they don't want to hear that, but I think a lot of them are starting to set into the realities that this season, it's just going to be a wash. There's no saving grace. I think the only saving grace possibly is if you were to toss Trey Lance out there and then catches lightning in a bottle. But that's a huge ask, and I don't even see that happening, to be honest with you.
Sound like Richie, man, talking about the Jets, dude.
Richie, the Jets is getting karma, right? Because Richie has been hoarding this 4 running backs, knowing that the Dallas Cowboys just needed one, and they got 4 of them. They wouldn't come up off of them, man. So this is what you get, man. Like, you got Israel Benaconda over there just sitting on the bench where he would be our starting running back, and you don't want to help, man.
We're wasting him away, J Tuck. I'll give you Izzy. You deserve him.
Okay, man. I need something, man, because the Cowboys can't do the two foundational things that it takes to win football games. You can't run the ball and you can't stop the run. If you can't do those two simple things, it's going to be hard winning games in the NFL, man. So I need one of those running backs, man.
Well, there's some hope, J Tuck, for the Cowboys for one win this season. Looks like Daniel Jones is getting benched for Danny DeVito moving forward. And Richie, I know we got a lot to go over. I just got one more question for J Tuck. So
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at y'all schedule.
Mm-hmm.
2-6 is in y'all future for the last 8.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good chance, non-trolling. 2-6 is a very strong possibility. That's 5-12, bro.
Yeah.
That's potentially a top 7 pick
Mm-hmm.
in the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited that y'all gonna get Shedeur Sanders and
you
Deion Sanders?
A little bit that you had to go off the rails, man.
Have you thought about that? Because I was
going
thinking
off the
about that
rails?
also.
Tug, I know. Listen, I listen to so many Cowboy creators that say this, right? They all, y'all need to stop. Bro, I truly feel like this is the little ace in Jerry's hole to cover up for all his bad mistakes. I can literally see it.
It's too late. It's too late for that, right? Because right before we kicked off week 1, they signed Dak Prescott to a multi-year extension that hasn't even kicked in, and Dak Prescott has a no trade clause. And so even if you were to move on from Dak Prescott, you would still be paying him that money. So you can't, if you were going to draft Shedeur in the top 10, you're thinking about him being the heir apparent in the next 2 to 3 years. That's not going to be the case. So for the Dallas Cowboys, what I think they're going to do is probably will have a top 10 pick unless they completely ruin it. And I think they probably will. Knowing the Cowboys, they're going to slide some teams they shouldn't actually really need to win, Bert. But I think they're going to go in heavily, maybe load up a talent, try to build this talent to the roster and kind of go over their Dak. But the quarterback situation, I don't see them drafting a quarterback like Shedeur that early because you just signed Dak. Now, if this was Dak's last year, oh man, it would be Shedeur mania. It'd be Cam Ward mania. But you just signed him to this multi-year extension that hasn't even kicked in until next year. There's no way the Cowboys can move on from Dak Prescott fiscally or just rationally because of the deal that he signed.
Yeah, it's very similar, J Tuck, to Tua. Like the Dolphins are stuck with him.
No, we're not. No, we're
not. Yeah, you are. I mean, you just signed him in the offseason.
And J Tuck,
but he's elite, so you're good.
Stop. I'm referring to just like the Atlanta Falcons. You draft the Shedeur, Dak can play a year or two, and then everything is feasible from a contract standpoint.
Right.
Preparing for the future.
I don't think Michael Penix and Shedeur are kind of the same category, right? I think Shedeur is an immediate hit the ground running kind of quarterback. So I don't think that the Cowboys would waste a valuable pick after they went and just paid Dak, made him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Then you draft another quarterback to kind of have this. I don't see that happen. Now, I would go draft maybe in the 5th round or 6th round for a quality quarterback to kind of bring in and kind of have him under Dak. So you're kind of your case of emergency to kind of groom him that way. But to be in a situation that you're currently in, 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, more than likely going to get a new head coach coming in that's trying to win now. You don't want to waste a top 10 pick on a futuristic pick of a quarterback position. You can always go get one of those later. I would go get and build your wide receiver core around that. Go build your defensive line. Go build, a running back situation. Maybe it's Aston Genty or something like that. I wouldn't waste it on drafting a quarterback. You've already failed with that experiment, right? This is why we blew a 4th round pick for Trey Lance, because Jerry thought that maybe I can get this young kid in here to maybe put pressure on Dak and maybe have my future quarterback. That fell out, that failed, and you had to sign Dak. So I don't think they're going to make that same mistake. Even though I like Shedeur, I personally would be completely pissed if we wouldn't draft Shedeur, much as I like the kid. Now Travis Hunter, different conversation.
Well, we're excited to see the future of how this Dallas Cowboys team, because they're always a topic point, even when they suck. Same thing with the Jets. When we suck, we're still talked about, right? And then shout out to Houston Texans running away with the division. Good luck tonight. Ruben, J Tuck, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your morning to wake up and ball with TD and I, man. Hope to have you guys on. Maybe we'll have the winner on tomorrow if you guys want to recap it. Maybe me. You never know. We're live every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30. That's Ruben. That's J Tuck, the host of the Texans, the host of the Cowboys on their respective divisions. Salute to you, fellas. Enjoy the rest of your day, boys. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, fellas. I'll see you soon, Ruben.
I'm ready, dog.
Oh, let's go, man. Shout out to the boys over there Awesome. That was great. That was great stuff to get them on board, man.
Yeah, man, they're pretty dope.
All
Oh
right.
man, Richie, we gotta get into this game, man. We got two games we gotta get into. I'll let you pick which one first: Buffalo Bills versus the Chiefs, or are we gonna talk Ravens, Steelers?
That's up to you, man. What do you think?
Man, let's go Ravens, Steelers. Let's save Buffalo for last.
Awesome. Do we have a?
We don't have to have.
Do we have a graphic? Did you put that in the sheet?
Mm-hmm.
All right, take it away.
All right, man. Listen, at the end of the day, it's time to put some respect on the Pittsburgh Steelers, ladies and gentlemen. Shame on anybody who says otherwise at the end of the day. The Steelers are a top 4 team in the NFL now. I think we need to start recognizing that. Defense wins championships. And you know, I got to be honest with you. I'm even willing at this point to go as far as saying they are true Super Bowl contenders. Not playoff contenders, but the truest of true Super Bowl contenders. What they did to the Baltimore Ravens, the team that I thought would could beat Chiefs at this point, which I still believe, they literally put the stop brakes on Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. Literally. I mean, they smothered them all day. And you know the Ravens got a good defense. They did the same thing, but at the same token, you let the Pittsburgh Steelers get enough offense in the game to where they won. It's that simple. And you can't say, Lamar threw a pick. Russell Wilson threw a pick. They both, like, Lamar had 207 yards. Russell Wilson had 205. You know, and Lamar Jackson had 1 passing touchdown. Russell Wilson had none. You would think that the Pittsburgh Steelers lost this game. And you wonder, like, how did this happen? How did they end up winning the game? Now let me be clear here. Pittsburgh Steelers did not run for a touchdown. They did not catch a touchdown. Russell Wilson did not pass for a touchdown. And they still won the game. Like, I mean, this is you gotta put some respect on the Pittsburgh Steelers name. The first time, at the end of the day, Pittsburgh Steelers kicked a field goal. Then Pittsburgh Steelers end up turning the ball over on downs, coming back and kicking another field goal later in the game. Then the Pittsburgh Steelers kicked yet another field goal. Then they kicked yet another field goal. Then they kicked yet another field goal. Then they kick yet another field goal, Richie. 6 field goals, and they win the game.
They've been doing it all year.
They didn't even have to get in the end zone. Like, this is insane to me. Baltimore Ravens scored 2 touchdowns. The Pittsburgh Steelers are legit. This defense, they are not to be played with. And you can say the same thing about the Chargers for the most part. The reason why they won that game is the defense they played in that first half. This is what it's about. This league is turning into a defensive league. Look at the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, they got a high-powered offense, but when that offense isn't clicking, the defense dominates. Last week, the Vikings couldn't score a touchdown, but the defense dominated. So I say that to say this. People need to start paying attention to the landscape of the NFL. The investments next year and the next 3 years are going to be on the defensive side of the ball. The major investments are going to be on the defensive side of the ball. The league always go through these swings. We're coming out of that running back and that wide receiver phase that we went through for so long. Running backs were done 2 years ago. Now the receiver phase is about to come to an end. Now we're about to get back over to defense, and running backs are going to pick right back up. And this is a cycle that the league always goes through, and a lot of people don't notice it. And if you're behind on this cycle, you're not winning. You're not winning. All right? So, listen, man, shout out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are the best team in that division. But will they win the division? That's the question to ask. Will they be able to hold on?
Well, they're in the driver's seat to win their division. It starts with beating the Ravens and now taking care of the rest of their division games coming up. So the Steelers right now you got to look at them as a real threat. Russell Wilson's playing really good ball. The defense, I mean, the fact that they could win without scoring a touchdown just tells you all you need to know about this team is just built to win. They don't need to win in like the way of the modern day NFL. They are winning ways back in like the 2000s era of football, which is just hard-nosed defense, opportunistic on, defense, taking advantage of opportunities. And man, the Ravens fought back, right? They had a chance to tie up the game and force overtime, but they were unable to convert on that 2-point conversion. The Steelers have the Ravens number, and that's been the case in the last few years. And now at the end of the day, we feel like the Steelers are running away with it. All right, so congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Big time matchup. Another big game happened yesterday that we have to transition to, which is the team in the AFC East taking down the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. The Buffalo Bills, man. What a game it was yesterday in Buffalo. Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it doesn't get better than this if you're an NFL fan. I mean, you can argue this is the best matchup that every year everyone looks forward to the most, just because of their history in the playoffs, right? You go back to that 3 years ago, I believe it was at this point in the postseason, when they just back for back, blow for blow, the 13-second game. And then every year they match up in the playoffs. Every year they match up in the regular season. So it's just become a classic, these two teams going after each other. And the Buffalo Bills were the one to take advantage of this game. Josh Allen on 4th and 2 becomes the superhero that he is. And just like, that is how you win, right? Aggression. They did not want to be conservative and kick a field goal. They wanted to go for it and win the game. Don't give Mahomes and the Chiefs a chance. Go out there and put the dagger in their hearts. It's exactly what Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills did. Aggression from Joe Brady. And how about Josh Allen putting the team and the whole city of Buffalo on his back and just wheeling him into that end zone, just lowering the shoulder. They are playing a different brand of football. There's a lot of adversity that's hitting the Buffalo Bills in terms of injuries around Josh Allen, but that's not holding them back. And the Chiefs still are a team to beat. I mean, I'm not coming away from this game thinking like, maybe the Chiefs are overrated at all. I still think the Chiefs are going to, I still think the Chiefs are the team to beat in the playoffs. And that's really another thing about this game is going into it, no matter what the result was, I'm not going to get caught up because all that matters is the playoffs. Let's be honest. The Bills beat up on the Chiefs in the regular season every year, but they never beat them in the playoffs. So that's really what it comes down to for me as an NFL fan. Okay, you beat them in the regular season again. Let's go see it in the postseason. But nonetheless, very impressive win from Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills are the second best team in the NFL now. They are the best team in the AFC right now. I will be the first to admit that. At the end of the day, I can't stand the team because they're rivals. But you got to acknowledge what you're seeing right now because nobody saw this coming, not even Bills fans. You can sit there in front all you want. Not even Bills fans saw this coming, okay? They're playing elite football. The only team in the NFL that I feel like can beat the Buffalo Bills right now if they line it up is the Detroit Lions. But Josh Allen is on a whole nother level now. And when I say a whole nother level, what I mean is he's fine-tuned his game. He's fine-tuned his game to limit turnovers. I know he had a pick yesterday, but he's still limiting turnovers. He's being very efficient with the football, and he's knowing when to take advantage of opportunities. It's not just, as he goes, this is what I'm going to do, let's go do it. He's actually reading the situation and making the right decisions. Sean McDermott got this defense playing phenomenal. I don't even know how they're doing it this well. Number one in the league for takeaways next to Minnesota Vikings. And they're making it tough on every team that they play. And you know how we say, hey, Mahomes is being carried by the defense? Mm-hmm. Well, guess what? The Bills defense is played just as well, but at least the offense isn't getting carried. They're both just doing their part. Listen, and you know what I'm excited about? The fact that the Lions and the Bills do play in the regular season. Yeah. That's what I'm excited about. Just the simple fact that we will see that matchup in one of these weeks coming up. If I want to try to look that up real quick just to see when that is. That's going to be December 15th in Detroit. That's it. That's what
we should go to that game.
Want. You want to, Richie?
Why not?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll see. And that would be crazy, man. But that's a juggernaut game right there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be very interesting to see how it all plays out. But yeah, you gotta give it up to the Buffalo Bills. They did, they ruined the undefeated record for the Kansas City Chiefs. Josh Allen absolutely playing out of his mind right now. And at the end of the day, man, the Buffalo Bills are scary, Richie. I mean,
Yeah,
what
they
more
are.
can I say?
Yeah, this is a game that really just sets the standard and kind of just like reminds the NFL world that there is a team that can take down the Chiefs. It's just a matter of they haven't done it yet when it matters the most, but I think that they have everything that they possibly can to do it. They're built to beat the Chiefs. That's no secret. They're every offseason they're constructing their roster and personnel because they know the team that's in front of them in order to get to the Super Bowl is the Chiefs. And I think that yesterday was a good example that they are able to do that, especially with Josh Allen playing that way at the end of the game, especially with their defense, with Von Miller turning the clock back, getting some key sacks on third down, containing Patrick Mahomes, keeping him in the pocket. This is just a classic game, and this is just one of those games that everyone in the NFL was very excited to see. So congratulations to the Buffalo Bills, and now they are easily going to win the division, number one. That wasn't even a question. Even if they lost yesterday, by the way, they were still going to win the division. But this was a game that really now they're not only excited about the winning the division, but they have a chance to be the first seed in the AFC if they can keep on rolling. So let's see how that goes. But folks, if you're just tuning into the show for the first time, do us a favor. Simply smash the thumbs up button. We're live every single Monday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. EST. Come wake up and ball with TD and I as we talk about all things sports across the landscape of the sports world. As we appreciate each and every single one of you guys, as always, tuning on in to the shows here on Round Table Sports. And subscribe to the channel, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Let's go, baby. Subscribe to the channel. Roundtable Sports.
Go!
We appreciate you guys big time for tuning in. Let's talk about my Knicks real quick, man, because with transition to the NBA, this is good. This is some good things. The Knicks are on a roll. All right. Now, they have a 2-game winning streak, and they beat the Nets in both of them. They played them back-to-back games. So not that impressive. The Brooklyn Nets aren't that good. But the Knicks are now establishing an ownage over the Brooklyn Nets. And if there's any Nets fans in the chat, Lissell, where you at? Because we swept them last year, 5-0, TD. Now we're on our way to sweep them again, 2-0 this year. Jalen Brunson hit the game winner on Friday night. Remember Wednesday when the game winner went in and out from Brunson?
Mm-hmm.
Friday, he hit the game winner. Very good sign there. Karl Anthony Towns did not play Friday. He played yesterday, dominating. OG Anunoby's playing out of his mind. And the Knicks are finding their rhythm, finding their identity as the games go on. I am very excited about the potential of this Knicks team because they're flirting around 500, and I think they're starting to get some rhythm here. Another game tonight before they go out west.
Yeah, I mean, like Richie, I'm gonna be honest with you. First of all, that Brunson game winner, that was pretty dope. But I didn't like how they let them come back to begin with in those critical moments. Okay, but you make up for it. That's all that matters. A win is a win. Yesterday they roll as well. They get the job done, led by Karl Anthony Towns. They need to get this win tonight. You have to get this win tonight. You have to start to get yourself on a real roll. You can't hang around 500 and pump your chest because you beat the Nets. 3 in a row and build from there. That's what's important right now for the Knicks. And it also reminded me, Julius Randle just hit a buzzer beater as well with Minnesota.
Shout out Julius.
In relation to the Knicks. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think something I was skeptical about that you said last week about who's the better player. I don't think it matters. What I do think matters is that trade was best for both sides. That trade was best for both sides, in my opinion.
I mean, I'm happy for Randall, but Dante DiVincenzo from Minnesota has been a bust for them, and he's part of that trade, and he's not been playing good. So Timberwolves fans are upset with the trade right now. I know Randall hit the game winner. I'm a fan of Randall. I think Timberwolves fans are going to grow to love him. But as of right now, Knicks fans are happy with the trade. Timberwolves fans are upset. They're like, can we do it over? We miss Cat. So we'll see. Time will tell. Keeping it in the NBA, LeBron James. How many triple-doubles is that in a row? Boy, oh boy. JJ Redick, the coach of the Lakers, is utilizing LeBron James the way should have been utilized the last few years with the Lakers. This guy's mine, man. There's nobody in the NBA that can think and has a higher IQ of basketball intelligence like LeBron James. What he's doing right now is, and I just don't want this to become normal. That's why I wanted to talk about this. What he's doing right now, right? And this is, and I'll connect it to with my Jets, right? Rodgers is 40. LeBron's 40. What's the difference? LeBron is still playing at an elite level, and my boy Aaron Rodgers even sniffing that, okay? We're looking at absolute greatness, especially from the standpoint of the age that he's doing it, folks. LeBron James have the Lakers on a winning streak right now, I believe, and I'm trying to see the stats real quick of how many triple-doubles it is in a row, because what he's doing right now, TD, is unbelievable. I think he didn't have a triple-double in the last game, but before that, he had 4 straight triple-doubles. 21, 13, 12, 19, 16, and 10, 35, 14, 12, 15, 12, 16, and now they have 5 straight. What's your impressions of LeBron James and the Lakers? Do they have what it takes to contend in that conference?
I mean, they have what it takes to contend, but, do they have what it takes to win it all? LeBron isn't the key to the Lakers' success. It's Anthony Davis. And the way that he's been playing is the reason why this team is on a roll. Now, LeBron has been phenomenal, but that's LeBron. He's going to do him.
Ooh, pull out the silencer.
Yeah, I want to see if LeBron can show up like that when he plays the competition that's real threats. Like, in a few days from now, like next weekend when he plays the Denver Nuggets on NBA TV. Is he going to show up and with the triple-double there when Jokic is on the court? When Murray and those guys are on the court. Right now, he beating up on the Pelicans, the Spurs trying to figure it out, the Grizzlies, the Raptors. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Man. Listen, LeBron is being LeBron. Congratulations. But again, let's wait till he plays some of the top teams in the game and see how he looks then. I mean, it's no shocker to me. I think the real story in LA is Anthony Davis, how dominant.
TD? You there? I think TD froze on us. Tony Dow. Frozen Tony. $2 super chat from Lissell. I just like that we kept it close, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you guys fought the Brooklyn Nets against the New York Knicks on Friday. I was so scared you guys were about to come back and win that game. You took the lead back. Luckily for us, Brunson got the game winner and Bridges got the game-winning block. And then last night, it was a close game, but the Knicks were cruising all the way through. So shout out to Lissell for the super chat, my man. Much love to you. We lost Tony. We lost him, man. How unfortunate. Oh, we really did lose him. Oh, there he is. He's back. We can't hear you. No. Can't hear you. What's going on with your Wi-Fi? Leave and come back. Leave the studio, come back. Maybe that will get you going. So Tony Dow's dealing with some Wi-Fi issues right now. No worries. We'll get him in the building. Come on, TD. See, this is what he does. When we talk about LeBron, he runs because he's scared of the greatness of LeBron James. That's what the reality is, folks. You realize that? When we talk about LeBron James, he's scared of the reality, right? When we start talking about LeBron, TD runs. That's what happens. He's going to blame his Wi-Fi. TD, you there? Frozen again. Look at it. Man, oh, man. He's ruining the show. TD. Well, wake up and ball. This is why we need some more technical difficulties on our end to help out with this one. So we shall see. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's not much else we can say about the Lakers. The one thing I will add is that's different this year is that the Lakers are usually fighting for the wild card, fighting for the play-in tournament. And this year, so far, they're 9-4, and they definitely want a home playoff series in round number 1, especially with the way that they're playing, the way that the roster is built, with a brand new coach, and all of that. Tony Dow still trying to come on in.
I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, I don't know what just happened, Richie. I mean, it started crashing out on me. I start telling the truth about LeBron, it crashes out, man.
Yeah, no, you're talking lies about it. That's when you start. That's what happens. So that's what usually happens when you lie. But the last thing I'll say about the Lakers, CD, that's different is usually the Lakers, the previous years with LeBron, they're just fighting to make the play-in tournament. And this year, right now, it's early, but they're the 4th seed in the West at 9-4. they're definitely going to try to become a top 4 seed, which will be different than years past. And I think JJ Redick is the difference. I really do. I said it last week. I mean, the roster is the same as it's been.
Richie, the roster has always been capable of this. Let's wait to around the 30th.
Coaching matters, though.
No, here, yeah, but this is the same team as the past with the other coaches. This is the difference.
Exactly,
Richie.
It's the same team, different coaches, different results.
They always do this. The problem,
no, they don't.
Richie,
they've been flirting around 500 and barely making the play-in tournament every year under Ham and their previous coaches.
You're not letting me finish making my point. The reason why they're doing this right now is because every year they're banged up. Anthony Davis or LeBron. Let's wait till the game 30. Let's see if they all still healthy on the court. Every other coach had to deal with Anthony Davis missing time, then Anthony Davis back, then LeBron missing time, then LeBron back, then they all rusty, then they playing bad. Right now, they're just in a rhythm and they're healthy and they're building camaraderie.
There you go again. See, every time he starts talking lies, it's frozen. He freezes it. So, folks, that's going to wrap up Wake Up and Ball because Tony can't figure out a way to stay on the show with good Wi-Fi. We're going to have to invest in his Wi-Fi. But, folks, if you enjoyed this episode of Wake Up and Ball, do us a favor. Simply smash the like button. Subscribe right here to Roundtable Sports on YouTube. We're going to be live tomorrow again at 8:30 a.m. Please, please, please hit the like button if you guys are not already. How many likes do we got? How many likes do we got, folks? Let's see. You guys are supporting us or not? Let's see. 82 likes. Let's get to 100 likes, folks. 100 likes is the goal. Smash the button right now, folks, if you guys are enjoying everything about it. We're going to finish off the show right now, all right? So shout out to everybody in the chat. TD's gone. Big time shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports and Wake Up and Ball, presented by BetUS. Use the code YouTube150 to get your 150% bonus. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace out, folks. And we'll see you guys later for the huddle and the AFC East SmackDown. Peace out.